Me again. Changed my hair again. And I'm still in my pajamas. I hope that's not too loud. Let me know if it is. Karen's a little shot from all those concerts. Finally working on this thing again. What up, John? There's a squirrel outside with a nut. Bro, I swear my head is up my butt today. Thank you. I had a procrastination list. You'll be seeing a modeling video soon, but I had this procrastination list, or these things that I've been putting off for a long time, and they're not like hard tasks, but it's kind of the thing where it seems hard in my head, and I did them today, and it took like every single thing inside of me to get it done, but I did it. Yay! I have like these fruit flies in my house and they need to go. Gotta dump some more chemicals down my sink drain. They hang out in your sink drain. They're called drain flies apparently. It usually happens when I'm not home a lot. So I went live, I think it was it last Friday or the Friday before? It was a little weird because like I didn't have like the normal group. There were like a lot of new people, so what's new, dude, this summer is kicking my butt. Just really busy with art shows. I've been fighting the weather a lot. I'm supposed to do Thursdays downtown again tomorrow, but it's supposed to rain again. So that's kind of been screwing over my finances. That kind of sucks. I'm trying to stay optimistic, but it's, you'll hear me talk more about it, but it's one of them things where I just feel like I can't win with this art thing, you know? The flutters. Hey, go! What do I think about Therians? I don't even know what that is. Hola, Matt! Hey, Amy, how's it going? Everyone say hi to my sister. Hello. Welcome on in, everybody. I added a clamshell with a heart in it. It turned out good so far, but I don't like the placement, but it's gonna stay there because I'm not painting over it. Red fire. Hello, C-Store, Matt goes. The butterfly. This is a heart. This is a red butterfly. That one's got some red in it. This one was really hard, and I wasn't very happy with how it turned out, but we're just gonna let her fly. It was one of them things where like when you know when you paint something or you're in the middle of it and you're like, gosh, this looks like it really sucks, and then you take a step back and you're like, oh, I guess it's not that bad. I bought some, I haven't even opened it yet, but I have a green butterfly, and I have this, like these foils. What I want to do is, I don't know if I want to do all of the green or if I want to do some of it. Like the pattern on the wings. Aw, thank you, David. I appreciate you. I can show you guys what I'm working on. How do I do this? With my brain. Oh, yeah. So that's what it looks like. So hang on, it's gonna be a little shaky. Don't get motion sickness. I have to wipe you off. Alrighty, so I don't like the placement of this. This is supposed to be sand, obviously. I'm gonna like come in here with more brown because I don't like how that, it looks like crap. I'm gonna shade all of this, do all the things with this, and I thought, because I have this reference here, I really liked this shell. This one here, and how it kind of has like these little pearl looking things on it. I want to replicate that on here, but I think how I want to do that is I want to use like a silver foil, because you know how like they have the gold leaf? I want to do the silver and do like those little circles and kind of make it pop more. This will have green in it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. These are going to be encapsulated in bubbles. And so what I think I'm going to do kind of the same thing with the bubbles. Today we might draw around those. I'm going to use plates to do that. I was going to put the shell down here, but I didn't want to cover up the tentacles. And I thought, well, shit, there's so much open space on this painting. Like, I kind of thought about filling this in too, or maybe adding lightning in here somewhere. I don't know yet. I know for sure what I want to do is I don't know if you can see this. No, you can't. I'm like pointing and stuff. But what I want to do is obviously encapsulate all of them in bubbles. Because like it doesn't make sense for butterflies to be in the ocean. You know what I mean? So that's what I want to do. And then after I do the bubbles, I might go in here and do lightning. I know it doesn't make sense, but it will when I explain what this painting is about. Sorry, you guys are thinking about me. My nose itches. So this painting is called Take Flight. It's about the octopus is here because they're like, not only are they smart creatures, but they're strong. And sometimes it feels like something has a grip on us, or we have a grip tightly on something. And I personally struggle with control. Like, and it's not like I'm a control freak. There's certain things that I struggle with control. We all do. We're human. So that's kind of what that is. And then these little butterflies is like the metamorphosis. And it's like deep in the ocean. That's where we do our work. You know what I mean? And then I put this heart in this clamshell. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. I put the heart in the clamshell because what makes pearls? Sand, grit. You can either let the world harden your heart or soften it. So the clamshell, that's what that represents. So it's coming along. Just kind of wanted to explain that a little bit. Thank you. This has been extremely challenging for me, not because it's hard to paint. You know, I'm having a hard I'm having a hard time with this, and I think a lot of times as artists, we struggle in the process, and a lot of times it's because we're working some stuff out in our own life, and that's where artist blocks come in. I have to crack my window. It's hot in here. I had it closed because the neighbor kids were screaming and stuff, so... Alrighty. We're gonna get on with this. I think, you can't tell, but I'm like super picky. I'm gonna redo the black because I can see where there's flaws. Maybe I'll raise it up a little bit. I think that's as high as it's gonna go. Alrighty. Yeah, so I'm not doing anything too crazy here. I want to at least get the black outline completed so that I can come in and do the foil. I might actually like go over these black lines here with it and then go in after that's dried and like, you know, after the gold foil is done, go in and then paint over the top. I don't know how that's gonna go. I've never done it before, but I am a risk taker. And I will do something and not research it because I'll be like, whatever works will work. It's weird because like, I'm very fussy and have like struggle with perfectionism, but at the same time, there's a lot of times where I'm like, screw it, I'm just gonna go for it because I trust that, you know, if I'm gonna screw up, I can fix it. It's not really a screw up. Sometimes, oopsie, like that. That's the cool thing about acrylics is like, you can just go in and wet a paper towel and fix it. Like, it's not really that big of a deal. Plus, I'm gonna go over this with green foil anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it's super green. Yeah, so then I just, look, it's like it never happened. I think this year one of the things, I think I want to make a separate video about this, but one of the things I've been struggling with this year in regards to painting is like feeling like it's already July almost, and this is the only piece I've worked on all year. And so like, there's this part of myself that's like, how am I ever going to get better if I'm just working on one piece? Because it's like, in 2021 and 2022, like, I created a lot of art, and that's how I got better at what I do. But it's crazy because the stuff that I don't think is really that good, people almost like my old work better. But it makes sense because that's when I went through, like, the darkest time of my life. Some of the darkest moments, but in regard to, like, pouring it out into my art. I was thinking about this today. I went through a lot of healing in this house. I bought my own house when I was 25, I think. 26, maybe? I think I was 26. And I've done the most healing in this house, and I've went through some of the hardest stuff in my life, but it, like, shaped me into who I am, if that makes any sense. See, I did it again. I need to slow down. I'm not super fussy. That's what I do. That's why I paint with acrylics, is because, like, I'm kind of impatient. Like, I'm the most patient when somebody has something hard going on in their life. But when it comes to, like, stuff drying, I just get so excited that I just, like, I fly. Yeah, I have a couple people that have inquired on this piece already. They, like, want to buy it, and it's like, I don't think you guys realize how expensive it's going to be because I have probably 60 to 80 hours into it already, at least. So it's not going to be cheap. Probably going to be my most expensive piece. And I don't care, I'll keep it before I give it away. That's just stupid to me. People are like, well, don't you want to make money and sell your stuff? Yeah, but I value what I put into my work, and my time is worth something. People can call it egotistic, but I think a lot of times it's confidence. Like, there's a point to where you can be egotistic, be like, I want $600,000 for this, but I mean, if you really sit down and do a decent hourly wage, like, I'm gonna get what I want for it. I don't care if I sit on it for 10 years, I'll keep it before I give it away. A lot of people think I'm stupid for doing that, but I don't care what people think, you know? Like, these originals are very near and dear to my heart. I know there's a lot of artists that don't even consider selling some originals, but like, hey, the right price, I'll get rid of it. It'll just push me to make more. Thanks, Taylor. Yeah, I think, you know, that's one of the things I've noticed, like, on all of these lives is, this is the only thing I've been working on. Like, that's it. But I mean, it is what it is, you know? I have no idea how I'm gonna do this pearl, but we're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be a team effort. And I feel like, I wonder if I have a different paper towel, I can use this. But one thing I'm gonna do, this might not work, but this has some like texture looking stuff on it. So a lot of times what I'll do, I might screw it up, is I kind of like, every once in a while I'll do this. I don't know if you can see that. Sometimes that works. I think I need more. But it's crazy because like my mom was an artist and she did a lot of mixed media, and it's crazy because when I went to Bali, I went to this art museum. I met my friend Simon out there, and we went to this art museum. See how cool that looks? We went to this art museum, and this famous artist out there did a lot of mixed media, and I think what I really miss doing, like what I did back in the day, was putting texture on canvases so it had something to go off of. Like, I saw this video of this one painting. It was a painting of Jesus, and they had him like standing and the water was all texture. It was the coolest looking thing I've ever seen. And I was like, I want to work with texture, so I think I'm going to be stepping outside of my comfort zone very soon here. But like, see how much better that looks? Because that's kind of how that is. Obviously not the same, but you get the idea. Thank you. I'm excited. I think that there's going to be a point where I come with this painting where I'm going to be like, all right, it's go time. I'm going to shut off all my devices and just go ham for 12 hours straight. That's what I do. So, no, there's no reason to rush it, but as far as finances go, like, or making excuses, like, I was just talking about that in the beginning. Like, there's a difference between, like, you know, where do you draw the fine line of, like, letting it be what it wants to become versus rushing it versus making excuses for not working on it? I don't know, I just feel spiritually like I need to get it done. I don't have like a deadline or anything, but I've been working on this since, God, I don't know when. Last year, maybe? I'm sick of looking at it. I want to like get it done so I can move on with my life and create something new, if that makes any sense. This painting has been very emotional for me. There's a lot that I'm pouring into it though. You know, I feel like sometimes life has a chokehold on me. Or my thoughts. I was listening to this podcast with Jay Shetty and Dr. I think Amen is his name last night. And he was talking about ADHD. Pretty like 99.9% sure I'm ADHD, ADD. I've struggled ever since I could ever remember with like, you know, I would show up to school and not have my homework done. And then I'd be sitting there and all the kids would be at recess and I would be like rushing to get my work done. I could never work on it at home for some reason. Not making excuses for myself, but I want to like figure out how to work with my brain a little bit better. Yeah, I think... Oh, I love you guys too. You have autism? That's okay. It's a superpower. I wonder if I'm on the spectrum. I don't really like people. It's not that I don't like people, I just don't like... I like really bad social anxiety sometimes. Alrighty. I love people, I just prefer smaller groups because I get overwhelmed. I think the most creative and gifted people are neurodivergent. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. This is gonna be really interesting. I think what I want to do is maybe use brown in here of some sort. I think. I don't know. Just a thought. Don't quote me, I have no idea what I'm doing here. Maybe a bit too cynical on my part. You're too cynical? Or me? I totally agree with you, sweet sacred bliss. Yeah, it's insane, like, even these ones. Dark place, like really dark place. Super dark place, coming out of it. No, wait. Very dark, somewhat dark, coming out of it. So, like, healing, self-care, transformation. So I did them in that order. These were, like, the first 3 that I created after my first ever painting after stopping for 8 years. But, like, I could tell you exactly where I was. You're totally right. And, like, that one, I recreated that. That was for my mom. She was part Native American. This one's Trust the Process. That was an okay time in my life. Still going through hard stuff. This one, I was in the process of setting boundaries with people. Because that's why it says be yourself or die inside. Just kind of the same thing with this one. These were both in 2022, I think. Hello there, Britt. How's it going? Thanks, Mare. How's your painting going? I love seeing your art on IG. It is said that people who wanted to buy Van Gogh's paintings at the time were asked to leave the city is not to encourage his outsider invest. Yeah, I can see that. Someone's like, how much? I'm like, bro, I'm not even done with it yet. I don't know how much until it's done. At least $5,000. It's worth it. There's a lot of hours into this. People can judge me. I ain't scared. You just woke up? Heck yeah, girl. What are you, 2 hours behind me? Oh, it's only like 10 there. 10:30? Alrighty, so I don't want to do like... Maybe I will do a total black line. We're gonna go for it, you guys. I never thought I'd be Bob Ross. I feel like freaking Bob Ross. We're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna send it. Just gonna send it. I mean, the good thing with like a solid black line, like this doesn't have to be perfect, obviously, because I'm gonna go in and shade the insides of it. And this paintbrush sucks butt because it's totally getting fried, but it's fine. I have nicer, like, or brand new fine tip brushes, but I killed this one dead. Oops. See, the reason why I did this line thicker is because there's going to be more shading down here, since these two parts, they're connected, but not at the same time, if that makes sense. I try to paint things realistic, but also have, like, I don't know what my art style would be considered. It's just kind of what pours out of me, you know? There's this artist, I can't remember his name, but I follow him on TikTok. And he just, like, he makes me feel so okay with everything. Like, he's older, obviously. I kind of look at him as, like, an art dad, you know? Like, someone that's older that has, you know, wisdom, and it's really cool to hear what he has to say about the creative process and stuff. Because he gets it. Again, I don't care if this is perfect or not. I'm actually a pretty sloppy painter. Man down. We're dropping sheet over here. I can come back in here with more red later if I want, which I probably will. Look it looks like a heart, you guys. Wow. Crazy. It's almost like that's what I wanted. Crazy. And then there's like little, not lines. I mean, if we're talking in English terms here, we got the veins, the arteries. You guys are about to see some pretty depressing content coming up. I apologize in advance, but it is what it is. I'm sorry, but also not at the same time, because such is life, you know? Alrighty, how do I want to do this? I don't freaking know. We're about to find out. Sheet. Too big. Too big of blob. Is everyone having a good day? if you guys do, gonna start ugly crying. That wouldn't be the first time. You guys have probably seen me cry more times than anybody in my life. I let her rip online. I'm just like, well, this is what it is. So far it's been okay. That's good. My day's just getting started. Let's get this party started on a Saturday night. That's good though. Starting it off with art. Get it, girl. Yeah. I guess it doesn't really matter. I think I like this tan color. Listen, I paint with cheap paints because I can do what I want. So that's my excuse for stuff. I have this khaki color. I feel like, ow, I might need to mix that with territorial beige. Wow. Isn't that crazy? Oh, by the way, I started like a part 2 on Watch Me Paint, so if you guys like that kind of content, keep your eyes peeled. Whatever, we're just gonna go in dark. I changed my mind. I lied. Because what I'm gonna do later is come in here and shade this because I'm just putting the lines down. I don't have a process, this is just what I feel is right. I think that's like a lot of times at art when we overthink things. Just do what feels right. And if you F it up, you can paint over it. But I rarely ever paint over anything. I just kind of like this. I thought about either adding some sand mounds, which I probably will do, like, oh man, look at that. Like so. I'll go in there and clean that up later, but I thought about at one point turning that into a lightning bolt. Obviously I'll fix it in a little bit, but there it is. Just go for it. I think the more you paint, the more brave you get, because I used to like this stuff here. I sketched like almost all of that out, basically everything, and I painted around everything. So like I think what I did was I made this skull and then I painted around all the elements, and that was difficult, and I didn't get, because I'm really picky about my shading, right? And I didn't like how that looked. So when I painted this guy, I just went in and like sketched out the octopus. I was like, listen, as long as the octopus is on here and it's sketched out, I can do whatever I want to the background. So that's what I did. And I painted the entire background. I did the color that I wanted. I went over this like probably 4 or 5 times, way more times than I want to admit because I'm anal like that. So then I went in and I sketched out the butterflies, painted them white, and then added color. So it kind of makes them look like stickers, but that way not everything is so busy and like going around it. I wouldn't mind if stuff was going around it, but it just makes my life 10 times easier. Animal friends are good. I'm going to be releasing them back into the wild soon. They're my little babies. They're so cute. What do I want to do here? Those birds sound pretty. I wished I sound that pretty in the morning. I'm like, whoa! Stomps out of my room. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Like that. Again, this is gonna look like a kindergartner did it until I go in and shade everything. So. God, they sound so pretty today. I love it. That's my piece, you guys. It's crazy because, like, it never, unless I didn't notice it, but I don't ever remember it sounding like that outside of my window. Ever. Until this year. But I have this bush outside of my house that keeps growing, and, like, these little songbirds hang out in there. And I just absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite things. I don't know if I'm going to keep this brown or if I'm going to go in and do more of like a gray. But at least I got my guide down. And then I'll go in here and draw like the little circles and stuff and shade those in. But I just want to get this done and shaded. What the heck? I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm gonna. I was thinking about that yesterday. I think once I start doing the bubbles, and then I think I'll know, you know, if that makes sense. Then I'll have like a better idea of what I want to do. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure yet. I've thought about it though. You know, they say that your art is a reflection of what's inside of you, and I was thinking about that the last few days, and I was like, never really thought of myself of being like a super bright person, you know? Like, not like smart bright, but like, a lot of people are like, you're a light, and I'm like, I am? Thanks. You know, you don't really see yourself the way everybody else does. Oh, hey, by the way, as far as watch time and getting monetized, I only need I need under 500 hours now. So that's cool. So if you guys want to subscribe, if you haven't, you can watch my shit show unfold of emotions I go through in the next week. Got some couple dark videos coming up. Real life struggles though, you know? The usual. I love you guys. Aww. Yeah, girl, I think it was like 473. Thanks, Matt. Yeah. There's a lot of kids that look up to me. I never really thought of it that way. This one woman walked into my booth last week, and I gave her a little pep talk about putting her art into the world. So, yeah, all them things. I know, it's getting so close. I think, I don't know, I guess if I do the math on that, I should be monetized by August, I'm hoping. Thank you. I've been pouring my heart and soul into this channel, and sometimes it feels like I'm not getting anywhere, and I think I had to, like, hang on one second. I had to, like, take a step back and, like, really think, okay, well, what really is my progress? You know, I had to be realistic. And when on my birthday, April 7th, I just had 1,000 subscribers. And I needed over 1,000 hours of watch time. So, I mean, if you think about it in the grand scheme of things, in less than 2 months, I gained 100 and something subscribers and over 500 hours of watch time. So, like, thanks to you guys. Like, without you guys, I wouldn't be that far, because obviously if you didn't watch my videos, you know. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, Britt. You're a good egg. You all rock. I think I want to do this pink. I could always change and do like orange, but that wasn't me, I promise. Again, doesn't need to be perfect, but it looks like there's some pink in there. But yeah, I've worked extremely hard at my YouTube channel, and people are like, well, you should just be grateful for what you have. And I'm like, dude, I've posted 4 videos a week for over 18 months. I kind of got to a place where I got burnt out. You'll be seeing that coming up. I only have like 5 videos scheduled right now. I'm usually a month ahead in content, but I just kind of let it go. I was just like so drained and burnt out from, like, creatively. And I struggled for like a month with a really bad depression, and I haven't been like that low in my life in a very long time. And I think I just needed time to just sit with my thoughts, you know? Because a lot of times, the stuff that's trying to surface, it like comes out in like anger and other ways, and I was feeling like kind of resentful with the journey and very negative in my head. And people can sit there and tell you all day long to be positive or not be depressed, but you don't get to pick when it hits you, you know? So like, I did a lot of self-reflection. I let a lot of friendships kind of be on a timeout because I just didn't have the energy to even put into friendships. And it wasn't coming from a selfish place. It was like, I'm burnt out. I need time to recharge kind of thing, because I've been going and going and going for a very long time. So it was kind of a time to like look inward, you know? Yeah, I kind of lost my momentum, but I think that it was necessary. I was kind of low-key stressed out about it, and now I'm like, does it really matter? No one's gonna notice. Like, you guys obviously will, but it's not like I have 200,000 subscribers and they're like, oh my god, where are you? I don't know what July content is gonna look like. The first week of July, I think I have 4 videos scheduled, but I think maybe after that I'm gonna pull back a lot because I'm just very busy. Like, I have Thursdays downtown tomorrow. Friday, I'm probably gonna work on this, try and get it done, and then, or get kind of close. And then what I have, Saturday I have to photograph a wedding. So like, I'm pretty busy. And I have 3 videos to edit. 4 videos maybe? I don't remember. It's kind of a lot. Let's see here. Oh shit, I missed a lot of comments. Where am I lost? How many live streams are there? Maybe 10? I don't know. It wasn't me, it was Patricia. Thirsty Thursday? Yeah, I don't really drink. I don't have the money to drink. I'd rather spend it on art supplies. Oh, my plants, you mean? I think that's what you mean. And it was, if not, I did, and it was solid. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Thanks, girl. You know, it's kind of like doing what's good for the soul. I didn't even care. Like, I was so burnt out. I had no F's left to give. I was like, whatever. This is the best I got. First, I was being hard on myself, and I was like, I've been doing 4 videos a week since October of 2022? No, 2023. No, December. So, October 2023, October and November 2023, not trying to confuse you guys, I'm trying to get my bearings together here. I posted 3 videos a week. And since December of 2023, I've been doing 4 videos a week. Well, I ran out of SD cards too, so I am a winner these days. How do I want, sometimes the shadows are weird. I can always fix that. It doesn't work, but it is what it is. I'll go in there. I'm probably gonna make this gray eventually, I don't know. We're gonna do some type of shadow here. Don't ask me what I'm doing. We're just guessing as we go along, you know what I mean? Right. Trust the process. Easier said than done sometimes, right? Sometimes you want to cut the process. Cut it up into a million pieces because it's painful. That looks like shit. Oh well, I'll fix it later. One week at a time. Oh, thanks. Yeah, editing is time consuming, but I like, when I'm locked in, I can like go to town, you know what I mean? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. What do I want to do next? You know, this red was supposed to be a matte finish, and it's definitely not. That happened the last 2 times I bought this color. And I tried a different red, but it just didn't do it for me, you know what I mean? So we just make do with what we got here. Yeah. I don't really need advice, but thanks. want to do this here. The red looks. I knew you were gonna say something about that, Matt. I was thinking that. Get out of my head, bro. Oh, cute. I dipped the black in with the red, and there's a little heart that it made. That's cute. Matt, if you were a color, what color would you be? I don't know if my big face is in your guys' way or what, but... See, isn't that like a night and day difference? With the shading? Neon? Heck yeah, boy. Heck yeah, get it, girl. Yeah, red is a powerful color. I almost said couple. I can't talk or think today. How about you all? If you were a color, what would you be? Anybody, would you like to buy a vow? Neon black. Wow. What color do I think you'd be? When I think of you, I think of Marvel characters. And I think the first thing that comes to my mind, Britt, is like an orange, but not just like a regular orange, like sunset orange. Like just chill and peaceful. You know? That's what I think of when I think of you. I think you're like orange. If you were a color. I love those widow birds. They're my friends. If birds only knew how much they make my day, like they like bring me peace and joy every day. I'm so grateful for birds. Sometimes I'm out in nature, I get teary-eyed because they're just, the songbirds are so pretty. They're musicians in the trees, you know? Natural talent. Spidey only, really. Yes, girl. Yes. I was thinking orange or like a blue, but both orange and blue are complementary colors, so it works. Neon black. You are. You're doing amazing. What color am I to you guys? What do you think I'd be if I was a color? Be honest. Black. Ouch. Red like fire. Yeah, I am sweet, but I don't take shit from people. I used to a lot. Used to be people pleasing. That got me nowhere. But I think sometimes the things that feel like weaknesses are strengths, because I've always went after things, and like, I don't know why I'm talking about this. I feel like it's for a reason though, but I've never been afraid to take chances or risks, you know? I just go for things, and without like, if I never said no to things, I wouldn't be where I'm at, I guess is what I'm trying to say, if that makes any sense. I don't know why I started talking about that, but I typed crystal. Crystal ball. Color shifting paint? Does that mean it changes colors, Britt? Yellow or orange? Thanks. Oh, it's kind of like interesting. So, does it mean like if you, how am I trying to word this? The words aren't wording today. So if you were to like move what, like say you're painting eyes, say if you were to like move it, does that mean it changes, like kind of like iridescent? Is that the word I'm looking for? I love color shifting stuff. My absolute favorite when painting. Oh, cool. Sounds like polarized lenses, yeah, or titanium. Should we open this? Kind of reminds me of this stuff. I'm eager to see. Oh man, it's adult proof. Oh hey, they have like a cigarette thing on it. Haha. Oh, they're loose. Okay. Oh, okay. Look at that. You see that? It's gonna go on this. Oh, that is beautiful. Get in there. I'm kind of sweaty. It's kind of hot in my house right now. You guys are steaming up the Chad. Isn't that pretty? And it wasn't that expensive. I think I got this off Amazon. It was like $5, but I got this like specific stuff because I used the wrong thing and I screwed something up, but I fixed it. It's fine. But you it's kind of like a glue, and you put it on, you let it dry, and then you put this over the top and let it dry. I usually put it on for 24 hours because I get a little bit, or overnight, I get a little bit ADHD and I want to peel it off. I'm a picker. But yeah, that's going to go here. I think I'm going to do it on all of the green, honestly. I'm just going to go for it. Snazzy. Iridescent, yes. This is so cool. It'd be sick to paint a beetle and put this on it. Maybe that's my next inspiration. Just paint a big, creepy, crawly. What the heck is that, John? What? Your eyes are so cute for your little creatures, Britt. They're very special and unique. I love it. See, wasn't that fun? We did that together. It's like you were sitting here holding my hand through the process. Thanks for doing that. Yes, queen. Oh, science jokes. You use a lot of big words, so sometimes I don't know, so I ask. Oh my god. Excuse me. I'm allergic to art. Yeah. Art is a journey. I mean, they say go with the flow with art, but I swear, sometimes I get really frustrated and I want to, set fire to my pieces because, there's always a time where it's frustrating. I think hopefully, knock on wood, I got past that with this. I think it was when I was shading the tentacles because it took such a long time. And I didn't like how it was turning out at first. But that's self-criticism, you know? Oh, it's kind of looking like a heart. God bless you. Do you know why people say bless you? I Googled it one time. Gotta love when you get inspired. Set fire to it! We read it done! Grab the torches! I'm a little feisty. That's okay. I've just began to embrace it. I'm a little spitfire. No, apparently back in the day when you sneeze, they say that like demons come out of you, and so they say bless you so they don't get into anybody else. Or there was a time where, I don't know if it was like the Black Plague or whatever, but the first sign of that illness or whatever one it was, I can't remember, it was a long time ago. That was like the first symptom of that sickness was sneezing. Kind of weird. I Googled it one time in the middle of the night. That's what I do. Thanks, Patrick. Hi. That's when you get inspired, that's when my eye drops are created. Cool. That looks like a heart. Yeah, let's go. We're on a mission, you guys. Mission impossible. Would it be mission possible? We're gonna get this thing done one day. Might be done by 2030, but I'm like just so eager to get it done because I want to start my next thing, you know? And I can't I know if I start something in the midst of painting this, I will not finish this till next year. And I'm not about to do that because when something's on my procrastination list, I get very overwhelmed and have this, I'm hard on myself. Kind of like those 2 tasks I was talking about. I don't know if all of you were on, but I had 2 tasks to complete and they weren't even hard things. And the one I put off for maybe a couple of months or more. And then the other thing I put off for days. And I'm like, why do I do this? It's not that complicated. But my mind makes things out to be harder than what they are sometimes. You know? Kind of say if I'm going through an artist block and I can't get myself to paint. People are like, oh, you can just paint. It's no, it's not that simple. My brain won't let me. And sometimes I'll start painting and then I get really frustrated with myself because I can't get into the flow. And yeah, you shouldn't force things, but at the same time, sometimes you gotta, every once in a while, obviously trust your intuition, but sometimes you do gotta push through things. And it was some emotions I was working through that I really wasn't aware of I was working through, if that makes any sense. Yeah. May I see my face? Ew, look at my calluses. I got man hands. Alright, we'll turn this guy around here. Holy Toledo, that is close up. Hey, look at this, you guys. I can't explain. I even vacuum my kitchen because I have a sensory thing with my feet. If I feel dirt on my feet, it drives me crazy until I vacuum. There's an eyelash on the floor from my modeling job. I did a modeling job for Paul Mitchell, so they cut my hair. That's funny. I thought I threw both of them in the trash. Apparently one's a straggler. Yeah, buddy. Thank you. It'd be kind of sick to draw the planets or paint them. This haircut is giving Haley Williams. I feel like her hair's like this. It's real. They bleached all my hair, like they took whatever I had and they bleached it blonde. Thank you. I love her. I love her too. Thank you, girly. It is good for summer. I'll tell you what, I've talked about this in my video. I have nothing but good things to say about the Paul Mitchell hair care brand. That team, everybody was so nice. Everybody was just lovely to work with. I'm very, 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 very grateful. Even like Aveda too, or, you know, salons I work with. Thanks, Matt. I love her. I love her so much. We're getting somewhere with this thing. Thank the Lord above. Actually kind of looks realistic. Should we zoom out? Zoom out, shall we? Yeah. See how different that looks? Like, when I'm like painting it, I see it like this. And sometimes I have to take a step back. I don't know what this is gonna entail. I am gonna probably paint sand here, maybe just like a layer. That's the thing about art, it doesn't have to make sense. That's all yours, my hair. Well, I was live streaming on TikTok once, and I did a hair job like 2.5 years ago, and this person got on live and told me to take my wig off, and I'm like, bro, it's my hair. Because like they dyed it red and then they put a hair mask over the top so it was super vibrant red. I was like, I can't believe, like, even, I wasn't mad about me, I was mad about the other person, because what if somebody did have a wig on? Like, that's super mean. Oh yeah, I don't listen to the radio. I'm a metalcore person. Yeah, buddy. I think I might go for a walk today. That's been like my favorite thing to do lately. Screw it, I'm just gonna paint over all this. That's the thing about putting black on a painting. Especially if your red is like a gloss. That'll make it easier if you're shading. Excuse me, I had to. Metalcore, yeah. Britt, I totally realized in your message, I totally disregarded what you said about I Prevail being your favorite band, and I'm sorry because I forgot until later. It was like, oh, you forgot to like mention that's cool. I love them too. They're not my favorite. What do you think about Brian being gone? Like, I know you're sad about it, but like, how do you feel? How are you feeling? You can talk to me about anything. Lorna Shore is pretty... He's like on the metalcore spectrum. There's a lot of metalcore people that listen to him. Clairvoyance, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes there's so many words that are said, I'm like... You kind of go off the train tracks and you're like, wee. Yeah, I'm doing a creative photo shoot next weekend. You'll be seeing that, but I know this hairstylist, and she wanted to collaborate. I'm going to be one of the models, but I'll also be the photographer, which is really cool because I'll have a little bit something different for my photography portfolio. I want to get more into like grunge photography. That's like my strong suit, is making things grunge looking. So it'll be a lot different than like weddings and stuff, which will be kind of nice, you know, do something really creative. Oh, you cried? That's okay. I know. Well, maybe it'll be one of them things. You know how like people like quit their band or whatever and they'll like move on without them? It's kind of like Adam from 3 Days Grace. Now he's back with 3 Days Grace. I was really upset about that one because I was in high school as a big 3 Days Grace fan. Oh, I was angry. Like, I understood though because he was going through his struggles too, but I was really sad about it, so I totally get it. %, bruh. We got you. There's no rush here. This is just a chill spot. Painted in my jammies. I'll put the phone on the painting in a little bit. I just want to get this line done before it dries on me. I think the next painting I wanted to do a dragon, but I think that might wait. I'm going to do like a 16 by 20 just because I already have that size canvas. So I want to use what I have, if that makes sense. Oh, I'm sorry, girl. Oh, yeah, probably won't be the same for a while. I think sometimes, like, fans need time too to, like, work through those emotions. It's kind of like Linkin Park, like, I think that's the one that I took the hardest is when Chester passed away. I was buying tickets when I found out. I was at work at the time and I cried. Because it wasn't long after my mom did that like, because obviously that's how she passed away too. But I took that one really hard. And then when they came out with the new singer, everyone was bashing Linkin Park. And I was like, listen, you guys, like, at some point, I know people have like a really hard time with change, but like at some point, I'm not speaking for you, I'm just saying like the Linkin Park situation. But I think sometimes people just like, I like give it a chance, right? Because I really love that band. I was excited, but they got so much hate for moving on. They're like, I can't believe you did this. Chester passed away. And it's like, dude, like, he's not coming back. As much as that sucks. And I know Mike Shinoda, I always say his name wrong. Like, I know everyone was bashing him too. Like, it's not your band. And it's like, no, it's not, but he's a part of it. He's like a very important part. And everyone was bashing on Emily when she came. I'm like ranting right now. But when Emily became a singer, everyone on the internet was so mean. They're like, she sucks. It's like, do you guys have any idea how hard those notes are to sing with her rasp and the way she screams? That is not easy to do vocally. Like, I think she's very talented. And it's not the same, but she's got her own spin on it. They do as a band now, and I think that what they're doing is great, you know? But yeah, as far as I Prevail goes, it's gonna take a little bit. to work through that, especially if Brian is the one that helped you get through that. I totally get what you're saying. Oh, that's very kind of you, sweet Sacred Bliss. I have tried other acrylic paints, like I've even tried expensive ones, but this is gonna sound crazy, but I use really cheap paint. Like, I use the Walmart brand because this is what I've always painted with since I was a kid. So I'm kind of stuck on a brand. I do really appreciate you offering though, thank you. It's very kind and thoughtful of you. What do you like to paint? What's your, like, obviously your medium's oil now, but what's your favorite thing to paint? It's very sweet. Thank you, Adele. Breaking Benjamin is kind of rock. More rock, but a lot of metalcore people listen to him. Oh, that's okay. Feel your feelings, girl. You're allowed to feel let down by it, you know? It's gonna take you a little bit. Especially if that artist helped you through a dark place, you know? There's people in industries that we grow attachments to because they help us, and then we kind of see ourselves in them too, you know? I think that's why, you know, like, obviously, Britt, like, on your channel and stuff, I'm just speaking relatively, but, like, as far as YouTube channels go, like, you guys probably see some of yourself in me because a lot of you are artists, or you have a really dry, dark sense of humor like me, or you're sarcastic like me, or you're a deep feeler, a deep thinker like me. I don't know if I like how this one is turning out. Hey, Rio. It's nice to see you. My bestie's in the house, y'all. Thank you, Jay. I don't know your whole name, but thank you. Thanks, Rio. You guys should follow Rio. He's an amazing musician. Subscribe to his channel. Same with Britt. She's Nerdy Girl Crochets. Oh, life is an ocean. Welcome on into the Crazy Clan. It's good to have you here. See, for some reason, I thought this heart was going to take longer. Like not bracelet wraps? Do what? Girl, Rio likes the same bands. He's my friend from Indonesia. He's my homeboy. Probably my favorite person. I shouldn't say probably, I mean it. He is. He's very, very talented too. The other online bestie? Yeah, he's my main bestie. Like, you're one of my besties, but he's like my number one bestie. Rio, are you there? Or did you run away? Oh, stop. The feeling's mutual. I appreciate you, Britt. But I know you and Rio are besties, yeah. He's my best friend. He's the shit. uh, does that like look decent, you guys? I don't know. Asking the important questions. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this band? Oh, he is there. He speaks. He's alive, you guys. The Spinal Tap joke? Uh-uh. Fill us in, John. I don't like the way that... I don't know if I like the way that this looks. Right here. Shoot, I almost put my hand in it. My bad. John, am I missing the joke? It needs to be like brighter. Maybe I should have left it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not an artist. I've never done this before. Oh, it was a movie? Oh. What was the movie called? See, and then, like, I don't like how that looks there. That looks icky. It needs to be bold. Looks like doo-doo. Big dookie. She's getting there. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. Wish me luck. We're going for it. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, girl. I was like, hate, 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 double hate, loathe entirely. It's got... I don't like that. These lines need to, like... The math needs to math on them. Like, they don't need to be perfect, but... I want it at least to make... I want it to make sense is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, buddy. It's raining here. What's the weather like over there, you guys? In your neck of the woods. I think the heart might be done. I don't know. I don't like the bottom of it. Maybe it'll grow on me. I might end up painting over it. I don't know. We'll leave it for now. It's sunny there. Nice. I hope the weather changes here because it's supposed to rain tomorrow and I have my art show. I kind of need the money to pay my bills. Oops. Sunny with a couple of clouds. Chance of meatballs. You guys ever see the movie Chicken Little? When he's like, the sky is falling in. The sky is falling in. I like chickens. I think they're cute. Oh, hang on, you guys. Not convinced to state. Where do you... Was it Washington you're at, Matt? Dude, it was like... We actually had the first hot day maybe 4 days ago. It was like 95. Or was that 3 days ago? I don't remember. Something like that. But... Yeah. Britt, I don't know why I thought you were from the Midwest. It rains there a lot though, doesn't it? In that region? Yeah. It's beautiful there. I thought about moving there like in the past, but I don't know if I could handle all the gloom. No, I hate the heat. Really? I like hot weather. I wasn't meant to be born in the state I'm in. It's freaking cold here a lot of times. Too cold. I'm a freeze baby though. I'm allergic. Oh my god. What movie was that from where they're like, oh my god, is that the sun? What was that, White Chicks? I think. Yeah, I was on White Chicks. He's like, oh my god, is that the sun? You get grumpy when it's hot? I like it. I'm like, shorts, crop top. I'm like, fix me. Yeah, that's another. I haven't seen that movie in a hot minute. I think this brush is too thick. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, it is. Oh, I heard Vegas is really, like, you either love it or you hate it kind of thing. I've never been there. I really, really, really want to go to Utah, though. Utah looks beautiful. I don't like that. Oh, you get real crispy? Yeah, that heat's no joke. I went to Arizona in the summertime, and they're like, that Arizona heat is something different. And I'm like, okay, bring it on. And I was like, whoo! It's like hotter than Satan's fart there. Heat exhaustion. Yeah, it gets really cold in Minnesota in the wintertime. Like sub-zeros frequently. Like the air hurts your face and it hurts to breathe. Kind of thing. Oh no. Oh, that would suck in the summertime. Yeah, I noticed that in Arizona too. Like, it's probably the same there, right? Like in Vegas, where you can only be outside till a certain time and then it's just like ungodly hot. What? In Washington? You're kidding. When it's 80, 90 degrees here, I'm just like, let's go. I want to take my paddleboard out one of these days. I love summer. Okay, so I have a question. What month were you guys born? Because one thing I've noticed about people is they really, like, people who are born in the wintertime seem to like winter more. And, like, it depends on, like, what season you were born in. Because, like, I really enjoy spring. Well, I was born in the spring. September. Do you like fall, John? July, girl. Oh, I have a Charlie horse in my foot. Someone needs to do an exorcism on my foot. Ow. Does that mean you're dehydrated? Oh, yeah. It's gonna be my Don't get me wrong, like, snowfall's pretty and stuff, but, like, after a week or two, it can go bye-bye. I need to get new water. It's pretty nasty. Had to give her a good old drinky drink. Hang on, I'm gonna plug you guys in because you're dying. No, I think I just dehydrated. Oops. Wouldn't be the first time. I don't know what it is about this white, but it dries pretty quickly. So like with acrylics, you can just add water. If anyone wanted to know, you probably already knew that. Yeah. Ah. Hey, you know, everyone's got their preference. I think if I were to pick a perfect temperature, it'd be like 78. Sunny, 1 to 5 mile per hour winds, warm enough to go swimming, cool enough to be like, this is alright. This might not turn out too bad. Fall colors, for shizzle. The leaves are pretty in the fall, yes. I bet you get really nice ones in Canada, eh? Yeah, right now is nice. Yeah, real nice outside. I mean, it's raining, but it gets like really humid here. But a lot of people have said that Minnesota is really green. We've had a lot of rain this year, though. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but it is because it rains like every time I do an art show, it seems like. But what do you do? Hey, overcast is the perfect time to take pictures. Blame the weatherman. They're never right, are they? Swiss Alps? That looks beautiful out there, I must say. So, just because I'm curious, because I want to get a show of hands, do you guys enjoy these live streams? Like, obviously you're here, but just trying to get some feedback. It's definitely their fault. They suck. Just kidding. You have shade, yeah. Thanks, homie. I appreciate you. Yeah, because I was just curious, because, like, obviously I want to keep doing these, but I just kind of want to gauge what people want or whatever. But, like, I thought, aside from the art, I thought about, like, sitting down and, like, doing mental health chats, but I have a hard time because I always feel like I have to be doing something with my hands. Because I have a very, very hard time sitting still, if you haven't noticed. Like, sometimes I'll call my sister and put her on speakerphone, and it's like a full-blown podcast. I like to put the live stream on when I read sometimes. Really? They kind of are like a podcast, aren't they? I thought, because, like, this is just me thinking out loud for, like, the future, but one of my goals is to create a podcast. I want to have, like, I don't have all the details yet. It's going to take some time to, like, because obviously I have to make money off this channel first, but it's kind of like my baby right now. But I want to do a podcast and have, like, real live guests on there. I have a whole idea mapped out in my head. I thought about starting a podcast and just, like, talking for an hour straight, because even though a lot of times I don't have much to say because I'm actually a very quiet person, I can be life of the party, don't get me wrong, but I'm more introverted. You'd be really shocked. I've got a lot to say sometimes. Sometimes I wonder, like, with my sit-down videos, sometimes they end up being 40 minutes long, and I'm like, oh crap, is that too long? You know? Yeah. But yeah, I thought about doing that. That's, like, one of my goals, you know? But I want to talk about, like, feelings and stuff, and, like, obviously I already do a lot of that. Because I feel things intensely. But I want to start, like, really talking about healing through stuff, like, you know, or talk about things that we're stuck on, or, you know, seasons of life where, kind of like right now, like, I'm in this season of, I don't know what's next, and, like, sometimes I think it's not about knowing what's next, it's about sitting in the present and kind of reflecting a lot, and it's uncomfortable, you know? But I thought about stuff like that, like things that are on my mind, or things that I'm going through, and things that have helped me. You know, I think I kind of already do that, but kind of more in depth. That actually doesn't look bad. You would love that? Thank you. Yeah, I kind of do. But I have all these topics, because, like, I want to talk about anger, because that's one emotion that I struggle with, is anger. And a lot of times, well, most times, anger is, like, suppressed sadness, or feeling like you can't express yourself. You know, I think the biggest thing that I've always struggled with in life is, like, feeling like nobody understands me, because my mom was, like, the only person that ever did. The closest thing I have to that right now is my best friend Rio. Like, he like, gets it, you know. Britt, you get it. And I thought about talking about, like, just a lot of things, you know. It's kind of funny, like, this modeling job. I booked with Paul Mitchell. They loved my look and stuff, and you know, it's crazy because I'll be talking about this in a separate video and I'll go more into depth, and I've talked about it briefly on my channel, but I want to talk about like my modeling journey, because before I got covered in tattoos, I did high fashion, and I moved out to New Jersey to follow my dreams, and that was a time where there was a lot of uncertainty as well. And I was really kind of angry when I came back, like when I moved back to Minnesota, because I felt like a failure, and I felt like since that didn't work out, like that said something about me physically, like I wasn't pretty enough or I wasn't special enough. And at the time I had really low self-esteem. There's a lot of different points I have to make on it, which is why I'll probably create a video, but it's crazy that something that I talked to Britt about this, something that I kind of gave up on, kind of recircled around, and I'm like getting jobs now, like because I'm being myself more. Because when I was in modeling, they wanted me to laser off this tattoo. I was really skinny. I was probably like 10 pounds smaller than I am now. And it wasn't small enough because they wanted your waist and your hips to be, your waist, hips, and bust, mostly like your waist and your hips. Like if I were to be considered like valuable, I don't know what the statistics are now with like agencies in New York and LA, but I'd have to lose like 2 inches off my waist and my hips. And I went through a very hard time because I tried to do it the healthy way, and as much as I tried to be healthy about it, that's not how my body's made. And it's crazy that, you know, I come back to Minnesota because it just didn't work out there, and I just started getting covered in tattoos, and I started expressing myself more. I got back into art. I bought a house. Like, even though it didn't work out, it kind of did, because just because you're past something doesn't mean that it can't come back into your life and work out down the road. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we think there's a part of our life where it's like, oh, well, I had this skill now, like, you know, it's not useful anymore. No, I didn't think at 31 I'd be doing modeling jobs this much. And it's like I connect with people better because I'm being authentic. I'm, you know, getting the tattoos that I want. I'm not caring what, you know, people want me to do with my body. I mean, I've had to develop tough skin in the modeling industry because I had, I think I still have the email saved, but I asked this one agency in Minneapolis, like, why they wouldn't pick me. And they're like, well, you're anemic, you look anemic, you have dark circles under your eyes, you're physically unfit. Like, they just, like, ripped into me. And, like, I've heard worse before, but I had to really develop tough skin. And so when somebody, like, kind of doesn't, like, when someone says I'm ugly, for instance, because I have tattoos, it doesn't really bother me, because I think no matter whatever you choose to do, if people see a light in you, like, there's some people who are just hurting so bad inside, like, they just want to see you suffer. You know what I mean? I will never understand that, in my personal opinion, but I've kind of developed tough skin around my looks because I've been told everything under the sun. You're not this enough, you're not that enough. And kind of what that bled into was like relationships, because I thought I wasn't good enough because, you know, modeling told me that I wasn't. And I was whole. I think the thing that was wrong was obviously the words they were saying, but I wasn't showing up completely as myself because I felt like I couldn't. And now that I'm doing that, people are drawn to me more. So it's just like, it's crazy what being authentically you does, you know? There's obviously two sides, because there's going to be people who hate you for it, and there's going to be people who celebrate you for it. But that's when you learn who the real people are in your life, you know? Yeah, resiliency for sure. Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of people, they don't know that about me. They're like, oh, you're a model? Like, you know, because some people are like, if they're an influencer, they're like, I'm a model. It's like, yeah, you might work with brands and you technically kind of are. But like, when you tell people that you're a model, they're like, right. But I went through the classes, yeah, everything. Because like, I was a super big tomboy, and when I took classes, I had a lady look at me and say, you walk like a boy. You need to stop doing that. And so then I was very self-conscious about how I walked. Because I grew up, I'm like a farm kid, you know? Like, I was a tomboy. I still am. I think a lot of neurodivergent girls are. I do boy things. Like, I remember dating this guy out in New York. Super kind person. But I knew more about cars than he did because he was a city kid. And that's just, that's just how I grew up. My dad's a mechanic. He knows how to fix anything. He can build stuff out of metal. He's like extremely talented at welding. F the haters for sure. Thanks, John. Oh, about my modeling journey? You know, it's funny you say that, Britt, because I've had this video planned out in my head for like a year, and I never filmed it because I didn't have time. But now that I'm going to be taking more time on my videos, I probably will. I'll show you guys what this looks like quick. She's getting there. And then what I'm going to end up doing is like do the circles in there. And do the pearl and silver and such. Same but different, you know? It's kind of my own spin on it. But yeah, if you like look back, oops, there's stuff there. There's always things in the way. She's coming together. Alright, my friends, I think I'm going to pop off of here. It's been real. Thanks, homie. I appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's been real. It's been fun. Hopefully I'll be on next week. I'll let you know if I am. That's the plan anyway. If anything changes, I'll let you know. I've been very busy this summer, so that's my goal. I want to go live every Wednesday, but I can't promise, so love you guys. I'll see you later. Hope something amazing happens to you guys today. Bye.